Hi, this is Donna Fala. I'm here at the Coldplay concert at the Susquehanna Bank Center, and I'm looking forward to meeting one of the band members soon.
Now, how did you get this opportunity, Donna Fala?
I was the lucky winner of the WXPN Coldplay Reporter for a Day contest, and as the lucky member, I had to make a pledge, and my name was picked. So,
See, there's always a catch.
So what kind of questions would you be interested in asking any member? Say for example, it's Chris Martin. Now, we don't know if it's going to be Chris Martin or world champion or whomever.
I would like to ask them some questions about their songwriting process and how their creative process works and how their songs come into being. I also would like to know what it was that they would consider their big break into the music industry, and other questions as well.
Now, were you thinking about asking him the dreaded question regarding who was it, Yusuf Islam and the
Oh, no,
the
I think
copyright infringement law? You're going to stay away from that question?
I think we'll stay away from that
Joe
subject.
Satriani is the other
Yes,
guy, right?
I think we'll
now,
stay
you brought
away
you
from
brought a
that
friend
question.
along for moral support.
Yes.
Who did you bring along with you?
This is one of my dearest friends, Anita Barrowman.
Hi, Anita. How are you?
And she's a big Coldplay member.
I am.
Coldplay fan. She'd like to
And
be
member.
She'd like to be a
Fan club
Coldplay member.
So where are you coming up from? Where do you listen to XPN at?
Garnett Valley, Pennsylvania, which is right outside of Wilmington, Delaware.
terrific.
But I was born and raised in the Philadelphia area.
Very nice. You've been a fan of Coldplay for a while?
I've been a big fan of Coldplay for a very long time. Yes, so I'm
Good.
looking really forward to meeting them. And sitting with me here now is the lead guitarist for the band, Mr. Johnny Buckland.
How are you doing, Donna?
Johnny, it's very nice to
That's
meet
nice
you.
to meet you
It's a
too.
real-
That was a very big intro.
Oh.
The biggest I've ever had.
Well, it's really an honor to meet you. This first question I'd like to ask you is one that I have a personal interest in because I am a singer and a songwriter who is still working their day job. What I would like to know is, what was Coldplay's big break into the music industry?
It was probably there's a sort of a big unsigned bands festival, if you like, in Manchester every year, and we were lucky enough that Phil, who was our manager at the time, and is now
Phil
like
Harvey.
our fifth member, he knew somebody who worked for them, and so he snuck our CD in and basically pulled some favours, and so we got to play that as like our fifth or sixth concert, and luckily someone was going to see the band on after us and just got there early, and so caught a bit of our set who liked it, you know. So that was what got anyone interested.
Was that wasn't Glastonbury?
No,
was
no,
it?
that was it's
Okay.
called what is it called? It's in Manchester anyway, and there's
Okay.
every single
Unsigned
venue.
bands.
There's 5 acts playing, and herds of A&R men walk around drunk.
That's awesome. So Phil got you that connection.
Yeah.
So you had a good manager
Yeah,
who was
yeah.
able to make that connection
Yeah.
for you. Did you always know that you wanted to be a professional musician? When you were growing up, did you know that this was something that you ultimately wanted to go after as a profession?
Yeah, once I gave up on being a spaceman, I thought.
A spaceman. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, spaceman, racing driver,
Okay.
a boy goes through.
I was thinking more like David Bowie, Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, from about the age of 11, I wanted to be a musician, I think. Just, that was the age I really got into music.
And started
records
playing.
yeah.
Great, okay. Tell me a little bit about the creative process that the band goes through and how the songs come into being. And if you could, describe a typical day in the life of a Coldplay brainstorming session.
Okay. Well, recently, these brainstorming sessions, they tend to start at like 10, I'd say. We stroll into the studio.
About 10 in the morning.
Yeah, have a cup of tea, chat, and then we sort of just, one of us brings in a sort of an idea for something. Will might have a little drum beat, or maybe we'll just decide to work in a new time signature that we haven't tried before, or just something, and then we'll just play for half an hour to an hour, just over the same bit and record everything, you know, and maybe that'll lead to something, maybe it won't. But that sort of loosens you up, and then maybe Chris will bring in a song and we'll work on that, or he'll have an idea for a part, and you know, we tend to break it up as much as possible, so you only really work for an hour or 2 hours on one thing, and then stop.
But you're basically all there together as a band, or do some of you work together separately?
Well, we can. There's enough room that we can work. There's three rooms there, so we can. All of us. It's often nice to start with all of us playing together, and sometimes with Brian Eno's there as well. He'll come in and play. And it's a nice way to start. You know, you start off just playing. It's fun.
And take it from there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you all blend together so well as playing musicians, but how do you blend your personalities and get along?
Well, I think we were lucky enough that it happened quite naturally. I mean, obviously, you have to...
I know you all met when you were in college,
Yeah,
so
that's
you
right.
became friends first.
Yeah, well, we became friends through music, though. You know, I don't... If we weren't in a band together, we wouldn't still be hanging out every day, you know. Do you know what I mean?
Right. The music was the common denominator.
It drove us to be friends, you know. And we're incredibly lucky that we do fit together, and we do, after 12 years or whatever it is, still... Well, we get on better than we ever have.
That's wonderful. That's great. Okay, I have 1 more minute, so let's see. What can I ask you? You guys are the world's biggest rock band. How have you handled the fame, and how have you managed to stay grounded?
Well, it's an interesting question, because I don't really feel famous at all. I'm sure I could go down any street in Philadelphia or Camden and wouldn't get recognized. So it's been very easy to handle that kind of fame. You know, a little harder for Chris to be followed by photographers a lot, but even, you know, he handles it very well. But you know, I'm certainly lucky that the only people who recognize me tend to be people who actually like our band.
That's great. Okay. Well, time for one more?
Sure, fire one more.
If you couldn't be a professional musician, what else would you be doing?
I'd be a professional soccer player.
Okay,
Only
great.
I'm terrible at soccer, so it's. But that was what I would like.
Okay, for your time. Thank you. I'm looking forward to enjoying the show.
Oh yeah, I hope.
Great.